Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Animaechan. Today we're going to be watching the finale of Demon Slayer Season 1. I actually have heard / seen on Twitter that a movie was announced for the train arc or whatever that was hinted at the end of the last episode. So I'm really curious about what the contents of today's episode is going to be. Is it going to be linking the end of the last episode to this movie that we're going to see? There hasn't been a date announced as far as I saw, but I don't know. I just hope that the train arc isn't like the end of it. Like I'm hoping we get at least 2 or 3 more seasons out of this story, because there is so much story left. I think I counted the chapters that exist at this point. So I remember saying that it looks like, based on how much they adapted in 26 episodes, we should be getting at least 2 more seasons, I hope. But I'm in no rush to get them. They can take their time. Honestly, because of the visuals in the story, it's something that I don't think needs to be rushed. Okay, so as you guys know, this is a timer reaction. The full reaction is available for all level 1 and up patrons on my Patreon, but there's no need to be a patron. You can just sync your episode with my episode using this timer. So we'll essentially be watching the whole episode together. I actually have a tweet where I explain it shortly, and in the replies of that tweet, people sent photos of their setup and how they do it. So if you need any help doing that, you can find the link either in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. I just have to remember to post the link, because that's why I made the tweet, so that there's always something that anyone who doesn't know how a timer reaction works can just go reference how it works, because I think it's very easy to do. It's just that people don't know. Plus, last thing I want to say about it, if you do it, it's actually so much better than a highlights reaction, because I have to fade the screen, put the sound really soft. But if you have just one screen, like your laptop, if you make my reaction there and then the other reaction on top, you can actually see and hear the anime clearer. So all in all, I think it's a really good solution. Anyway, I'm going to press play, and I'll show you the first couple of seconds of the screen so you can make sure that you're aligned. But yes, I'm going to count down from 3, and then after I say 1, you'll hear me click, and then that's when you click play on your episode. Okay, let's press play together in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, they're pushing each other to the limit. Oh, so they're evenly matched. Manjira! I'm a little scared. This is a finale. I don't. Ooh, a few months earlier. Whoa. Lower 1. Lower 2. Whoa! This is beautifully done. Lower 3. Is that it? Why? He can do that? Oh, this was after that. Whoa, I knew it! I knew he could read his thoughts. Can you read, or is it just like... Oh, he can! Why? He's just that fast. It feels like I'm watching a movie. Already. What about them? If he's dismantling the lower ranks... Is he giving him blood? Infinite train. How long is this episode? Just 20. Fire breathing. He's on the page for the next movie thing, right? On the cover. Destiny. This guy. From the opening. He's quite huge. Oh, it was him. He's grown big. Hmm. Oh, his face. Such a fucking good kid. She's making a decision. Tails. Will it though? Will it be heads though? Oh. Oh, look at his pretty face! So precious! My coffee! It got a bug in! I'll lead the charge. You country bumpkin. So he doesn't know what it is either. I thought he was tricking him. He's taking care of them. That's a first. been 26 weeks. Ooh. The hype! Oh, the hype! The question is, how strong is that guy now? Is he as strong as the upper 6, 12? What? I don't know how to say that. Fuck. So good. I'm so hyped for the movie. Damn, that was good. Oh. Every time I watch an episode, it's like, yes, this is why I'm your favorite anime. Oh, I love it so much. Fucking Tanjiro, best boy. Literally. Fucking objective best boy. I love Inosuke, and Zenitsu. But Tanjiro, best boy. Coming of age arc concluded. Aww, coming of age arc. Film adaptation greenlit. Yay! I like flame users in general. In most anime. I'm technically an Aries, so Mars, ruled by Mars, element fire, blah 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 blah. So the majority of my personality is very Aries. It's very fiery. I don't know if you have noticed. Obviously, not everyone believes in astrology and how, because it goes much deeper than that. I'm simplifying it, but I just wanted to point that out. So I'm very excited about him playing a major role in the movie. This was a fucking good season. Oh my god. I loved it so much. I can't put it into words. It's so great. And it started out, the first 2 episodes, 3, maybe even 3, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get used to this. The animations, the visual style. I don't know. It's kind of weird. They look like chibis and stuff. I felt like it wasn't gonna hit me with the little, they look like, what, man babies, someone said. But then, oh, was I wrong? Damn, it's been one hell of a journey, actually. 26 weeks, right? Or 20, it started, and then, no, it's been 25, because episode 1, and then a week later, episode 2, and then a week later, episode 3, so technically it's been 25 weeks. Okay, but still, 25 weeks is a long time. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, so it's like 5 months, a bit over 5 months. Fuck. I can't drink my coffee now. I had like 3 sips. There's more than half left and I saw a bug fly into it. I saved the bug, but my coffee, I don't know if I should drink it. He wasn't in there for very long, but I don't know. I don't know what I don't like. I'm sure it will be fine, but I'd rather go just make myself a new cup, you know. But then I waste the milk, the sweetener, the coffee. Kind of be a waste, but whatever. Let's quickly take a look at some of the comments on the website. Let's see. Stop it. Okay. Sort by best, but all the comments are new, so thank you Studio Ufotable, I hope I'm saying that correctly, for adapting one of my favorite manga. Here's hoping there's a season 2 announced soon. I think it's gonna be a movie or something. Probably after the movie, hopefully they will make another season. Please, 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 please. The CGI made me so dizzy. So what's up? Is this the end of season 1? Yes. All I know is that we're getting a movie in 2020, but what about next week? How do you not know this is the final episode? It had final episode written all over it. What about next week? Season 1 is only 26 episodes. No, Michael Jackson is gone. Oh, so that wasn't even maybe his true form. Maybe. Oh. Tanjiro, the charmer and the perfect gentleman, melting her icy heart with his warm and kind words. Respect. Totally won her over. Shipping these two totally. Tano, ship, set sail. Agree. I definitely agree with that. I totally ship them. And I think they spent a few months there rehabilitating, growing stronger. So he spent a few months, you know, training with her. So I think they definitely developed a, like in the same way that he has a relationship with Zenitsu and Inosuke, because they haven't been traveling together that long. He now has built that kind of relationship with Kano. As much of a, you know, relationship you can build with someone that doesn't speak. But they spend time training together, so I think as Demon Slayers, the work that they do, I doubt many of them live long enough to actually have relationships and get married and. So I don't know if we'll ever see them actually get a happy ending, sadly. But I do hope for some moments of them together in the future. And some character development from Kanao, because what happened to her when she was younger obviously influenced who she is at the moment, and I'm hoping that she can somehow use Tanjiro's words and follow her heart. That's all I can say to that. I hope that she does. I don't want to say grow as a person, because it makes me, I don't want it to sound like I'm saying she's not a good person or she's not good as she is, but I believe that each person deserves to come into their own, make their own decisions, follow their heart, be true to themselves. Like, each person deserves that. And through the abuse that she's been through, she's just, you know, pushed down all emotion, all feelings, caring. And I believe that's what, you know, makes us human, is that we are able to feel and think and care and decide. So I'm hoping that she grows for herself and obviously not for anyone else. I was glad to see that those two worked hard as well, and they have also leveled up in a sense. The whole thing exploding, it shows that they have grown stronger. But I'm curious about that demon that Muzan sent to defeat Tanjiro. What is his level of strength compared to one of the upper moons? if I can put it that way. Here's a comment from Cloud Strife. Ufotable did that shit, boy. The animation for this show was dramatically epic and I loved every single moment of it. Damn, they did a fantastic job with this anime. This is all in caps, by the way. I can totally relate, because I feel like screaming. I'm gonna miss the anime so much. The story, crazy characters, the beautifully done artwork, Nezuko, I can't wait for the movie. Like I said yesterday, all the good shit is done. We're wrapping up on Fridays and now the show's over along with something else wrapping up as well. What am I gonna do now? I'm pretty sure they'll keep going. This is just the end of an arc, initiating another one. Nope. Nope, this is the end of season 1. What a great series that went beyond the normal anime adaptation. From Solstice. The visuals are best described as beautiful. The characters are pretty memorable with, in my opinion, one of the best shonen protagonists to date. 100% agree. Like, Tanjiro is a good guy overall. Not just a good guy, he is the epitome, like the top point of goodness, but still remaining human, if that makes sense. He's not, yeah, I'm not gonna explain it further than that. You get it. Why so many people asking, was this the last episode of the season? Like, don't you have an analyst? Don't you check how many episodes are left after every week? That chick looks dangerous. She's probably a high-ranking member of 12 Kizuki. Muzan's voice starts coming out of her mouth. Oh, I see. Whoa. Here is a big comment from Roku Jukyu. I'm just going to share some information that was skipped from the manga. This is not considered spoiler since the production team has decided to discard this information. We've had a brief introduction of Upper Kizuki, Upper Demon Moons, before Kibutsuji murder the Lower Kizuki. We don't know exactly who they are at this moment, but we get a bit of information about them. First of all, it's explained that there are 12 Kizuki, 6 upper, 6 lower. That much is obvious. Upper 1 is the strongest and lower 6 is the weakest. Okay, yes, we know that, thank you. The lower Kizuki have their number carved on only one eye, whilst the upper Kizuki have their number carved on both eyes. Upper moons also despise the lower moons, because obviously they could come for their position. But now they're all dead, so it doesn't matter. As mentioned by Kibutsuji, I think it was good to introduce us to one of the lower moons, have a whole thing with him fighting Tanjiro and the difference in strengths, and then it shows like what kind of person Muzan is by him being so fed up with the lower moons not being as strong as he needs them to be, and so he just kills them off. That whole scene was very well done, and it reveals a lot about his character and what to expect and how to feel about demons. You know, because they're forced into this life in a sense, and they can't even obey him. That's not enough, because he can hear their thoughts. Like, imagine that, what kind of fear. Oh god, it's crazy to think about even. So it was a good scene for me and everything. And now we have I think the guy we saw was the lower one. So he was the closest to being an upper 6. But I'm not sure. I think I saw he was the lower one. I'm not sure. Either way, he is now very strong and on the way to kill Tanjiro, because Muzan is targeting Tanjiro. That's pretty big, right? Having the boss man target you. As mentioned by Kibutsuji, for over a century, the members of the upper rank 12 Kizuki remain unchained. Over a century. So a century is 100 years, right? A decade is 10 years, a century is 100 years. Wow. So they've been getting stronger and stronger for over 100 years. It's always been the demons in the upper ranks who've disposed of those Hashira demon hunters. So the lower 6 have never been able to defeat a Hashira. Okay. I want you to think about that statement really hard to fully understand what it means. The Upper Kizuki haven't changed in over 100 years, which means they haven't been defeated in 100 years. That means every single person they have come across, not a single human being has lived to tell the tale. And that includes Hashiras. Hashira. Not a single Hashira has survived and encountered with an upper moon, which is why, even though we see Kibutsuji often, this is, I believe, the third or fourth time we have never seen the upper moon demons, which reinforces the whole once you see them, you're dead aspect. It has been explicitly mentioned in the manga, although it's obvious here. Muzan can read the thoughts of those whom he shared his own blood with. He can read all their thoughts if they're within visible range. The farther they are, the harder it will be for him to clearly read them and grasp their location. Excuse me? Yes, Muzan has the ability to locate each and every one of the demons. Normally, Kibutsuji should have been able to locate Nezuko when she was in the health mansion, but Nezuko, just like Tamayo, has managed by her own volition to undo Kibutsuji's curse, and he still doesn't know. Okay, so it's about their own will, I believe. But there's so much of the story still to be revealed. And that's so exciting. Like, there's so much still left untold. But also, if you think about it, it's not just good things lie ahead, obviously. But, fuck. This anime is a 10 out of 10 for me. I have talked about this before, actually in my recent Dr. Stone video. I think I discussed it. I haven't posted it yet up to this point. I will post it. And maybe at some point I will just write a little summary of what I said there, because it's about scoring. And like a 5 out of 10 is a 50% for me. So 50% is like, that's anything below than 50 is a fail. So 50% is not even average, in my opinion. It is just not failing. 6 is like, okay, I'm not gonna repeat everything now again, but my point is that since I'm not a professional, and since anime at the end of the day is art, and art is subjective, so for a because you also get art critics in the world that can make it objective and it scores things to some extent, but I'm not a professional anime reviewer or anything. So often I try and be as objective as I can when talking about my scores or explaining them at least, but I truly believe that giving a 10 is a subjective thing. I'm not saying the anime is perfect objectively, but it is perfect for me. There's absolutely nothing that I would change about the story, the characters, the pacing, the animation. For me, it's perfect. So here, as you can see, this I use AniList. Story 10, characters 10, visuals 10, audio 10, enjoyment 10. There is nothing that I would change. Objectively, if I had to think like, what if I didn't personally resonate with the story and love it as much, if I had to try and be objective about it, I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think it deserves less than a 9. Like, I'm sure if you want to, you can pick at some things in terms of, maybe I saw some people not like the pacing. Oh, I remember saying once there was just during after we met Inosuke, I remember saying something about, I don't even remember, but it was so small that it doesn't. A 9.9 is still, if you round it, as a 10. So honestly, I couldn't give it anything lower. Let's see. Average score 85%, mean score 85%, which isn't bad, but I really think it deserves to be a 9 objectively. But no, for me, it's a personal 10. Currently watching, so people who have watched it, completed 1,405. People who are currently watching and will complete it probably eventually, 38,149. This is obviously just on AniList. It is not as popular as my anime list, because I think my anime list has been around for longer, but personally I prefer this website for many reasons. In terms of it's more social, it just looks better, and I think it's pretty accurate in terms of scores and all those kinds of things. 10,000 people planning to watch it. That's awesome. I hope they do. But yeah, I think an 85% average score is really good. Considering this takes into account people that gave it a 10 and people that gave it a 1. It says here it's based on 100 though. People that gave it 100% and people that because I honestly don't understand. If you score something a 1, something like this, which is objectively not below a 5, that I can guarantee. I know there's professionals that can probably give accurate scores, I don't know, but I'm not professional, but I'm smart enough to know this thing is not deserving of a 1. Even if you don't like the story all that much or blah blah blah, you cannot give it a 1. Like that is just being stupid, in my opinion. Like, if you dislike it and you want to pick it apart, give it a 5. You don't like the pacing, you don't like the style of the show, you don't like the music is too loud, the voice acting is bad. But like a 1, a 2, a 3, honestly, 200 people's 1, 2, and 3 brought the average score down from a 9, which it should be, to an 85%. But anyway, I absolutely love all the characters in this show. Even the crazy motherfucking Hashira, which is crazy. That wind Hashira, I think. Was it the wind one? I think people have this misunderstanding that when I say I don't like a character, I think they're a bad character. It's not what I said. If every character in a show were likable, I don't think that's possible. Like, the characters have to be different, and if characters are different, that means you're gonna like some of them and not like others. It's just like real life. Like, there are people in the world, you're not gonna like everyone, you know? I think because they're so different is what makes, or part of what makes the story so good, and the interactions. So I'm just really looking forward to the movie. I'm really looking forward to, there better be a season 2, please, please, please. And I hope Ufotable gets to do it again, because it's really, they set a bar now, and it's so difficult to, once you set a bar that high, I honestly don't know how anyone, as hard as they try, how can you live up to that? You know? It's like with One Punch Man. Season 2 wasn't that bad, but season 1 really set the bar high, and it was gonna be difficult to live up to it no matter who did it, you know. This is on another level. So if anyone else had to do it, I would honestly rather say Ufotable or no one. Because I'll go read the manga, but you can't, Ufotable or no one. But maybe that's just how I feel right now. I don't know. Maybe after a couple of months, I'll be like, or a couple of years if they don't adapt to season 2 or anything, I'll be like, can anyone I just want to see it animated. Something like that. But we'll see. We'll see as time goes. I'm looking forward to reading your thoughts in the comment section down below. This episode was fantastic. It felt like I was watching a movie. And I'm very excited for the actual movie. I'll see you guys hopefully for the movie. I'll probably end up watching it with a timer or something. But we'll see when we get there how I'm gonna approach it. Okay, bye.